This week, Monica Potter meets Freddie Prinze Jr. and falls head over heels.
Cameron Diaz embarks on a journey that leaves loved ones with questions in the invisible circus.
And Mel Gibson investigates a mysterious death in the $1 Million Hotel.
Quiet! Order!
You're not a smoker girl, are you?
No. That's how we all got put together. We are the last 4 non-smoking models on the whole island of Manhattan.
Monica Potter discovers her new roommates are all models in Head Over Heels, one of the new movies we'll be reviewing this week. Plus, Roger and I were both out at the Sundance Film Festival, and we'll tell you about some great new discoveries. I'm Richard Roeper, columnist for the Chicago Sun-Times.
And I'm Roger Ebert, film critic of the Chicago Sun-Times. Our first movie is Head Over Heels, and it stars the sparkly Monica Potter as an art restorer at the Met who finds a cheap room in a luxury apartment with 4 gorgeous models, and compared to most movie supermodels, they're awfully nice. Then she falls instantly in love with Freddie Prinze Jr. even before his dog knocks her over.
Hamlet definitely seems to like you.
You mean he doesn't just tackle anybody?
No, he tackles everybody. But he only drools on his favorites.
Well, I'm flattered.
A little later, for complicated reasons, she becomes convinced that Prinze is a murderer. She's still in love with him, but now she looks at him through new eyes.
The fashion world is complicated. It's all about the next thing. Everybody's running around all crazy looking for some new idea, but they're too frantic to actually experience it. That's not what I want.
What do you want?
I laughed a lot during the first 20 minutes of Head Over Heels when it couldn't seem to do anything wrong, but after that, it doesn't do much right. The moment Potter starts suspecting her new boyfriend of murder, the film switches over from fresh, original personality comedy to a tired and overworked crime scenario involving the Russian mafia. Gangsters in a comedy are usually a mistake unless the movie is about gangsters. As plot devices, they only take up room. I suspect the studio knew that since the review clips don't show us a single gangster, only Potter and Prinze, who are very charming together.
Yeah, it's a terrible movie, though. You know, 2 years ago, Freddie Prinze did a movie called She's All That, which has the same plot as this movie. Then last year, he did a movie called Boys and Girls. And She's All That, he was in high school. In Boys and Girls, he was in college. Now he's a young executive. I think he's got that aging disease. He's going to be like grumpy old stud in a couple of years. But it's the same movie each time. He's a charming guy. But nothing happens. And I wish this movie, you're right, there are some laughs. About every 10 minutes or so, there was a really wicked, mean comment. I mean, sometimes really crude stuff. I thought, okay, this might have a chance, but then they pull back because they want the PG-13 rating and they want to appeal to all audiences. And it just becomes contrived, and we've seen it a million times
Monica
before.
Potter handles the meet cute at the beginning, the very first meet cute, really well. I was laughing and laughing and laughing, and every once in a while, one of the models would come up with a zinger.
Yeah.
So you're right about that, but
Terrible movie. Our next movie, though, is The Invisible Circus, which is based on the kind of coming-of-age novel favored by smart, serious girls of a certain age. Cameron Diaz plays a bell-bottomed hippie chick named Faith who runs off to Europe in 1969 with her boyfriend, Wolf, played by Christopher Eccleston. There are a couple of giddy, grandstanding protesters who embark on their own Europass revolution, hopping from country to country in search of something, anything to rebel against.
Of ending the war in Vietnam and winning the just peace we all desire.
Wolf can only watch helplessly as Faith's commitment to the cause results in her suicide. 6 years later, Faith's younger sister Phoebe tries to find out what happened.
What? You must have some idea.
No, I don't, except that when you do something crazy for long enough, it starts seeming normal. To hold the edge, you have to go further and further out, and Faith had no trouble with that.
That's Jordana Brewster as Phoebe, whose relationship with Wolf has become pretty complicated by the time they close in on the spot where Faith committed suicide.
You act like a miracle's gonna happen, like she's up there waiting for you.
You shouldn't have come.
Phoebe, it's a place. You'll walk up and walk back down.
Well, then what are you afraid of?
Of what's gonna happen when the ghost you've been chasing disappears.
Diaz slips comfortably into Faith's tie-dye persona. She's electric and maddening and quite sad. Brewster is gorgeous and earnest, but she flounders in some of the more passionate moments. Still, The Invisible Circus is an intriguing travelogue that incorporates flashback romance with some keen insights into the realities of the so-called revolution of the 60s as it flamed out in the 70s. It was at least as much about partying as changing the world.
the revolution was. The movie isn't. The movie's more about changing the world. But you know, I've seen this movie before. There was a movie called Waking the Dead with Jennifer Connelly as a young girl who drops out into the radical underground movement. And I thought, and that wasn't a perfect movie, but it was better than this one because here in a way, you want one story or the other. The problem of cutting back and forth is the movie obviously knows everything that happened, and Wolf knows everything that happened.
Yeah.
And so as he doles it out to Phoebe, it's kind of coy. It's kind of like he's withholding clues until they can move to the next location. And I lost patience with that.
Well, it's a little bit of a device that's a little too obvious, because if he just told her at the start, the movie's over. But it did work for me, and I disagree with you. I think it is about how much of that stuff was just kids who were spoiled. They had nothing else to do, so they rebelled for a while, and then it just kind of fizzled out. I also like the way it showed among the so-called anarchists, there's still a system of government where the leader is in charge, and people are trying to angle to get in good with him. That all worked for me as well.
I've seen that before. There have been so many movies about the Red Army and the various underground groups in Europe, and a lot of them much more intelligent than this one. Coming up later, we report from the Sundance Film Festival. Mick Jagger comes to Sundance.
Do you like being Mick Jagger, the movie producer? I enjoy it once in a while.
Coming up next, Mel Gibson checks into the $1 Million Hotel.
I love corn on the cob. Not just corn, I love corn on the cob. And Super Polygrip holds my dentures very tight. It does the job. It holds all day, right through dinner. With Super Polygrip, I eat all the corn I want.
Their eyes saw the destruction of one world and the search for another.
I believe you left a wake-up call for the dawn of time.
Now,
You're missing all the action, pal. Come on.
Hey, haven't you heard? I am the action!
experience a world of hope,
Our new home.
a world of loyalty,
It's okay. We're going to make it.
a world of courage.
Stand together!
Dinosaur, now available to own on video and Disney DVD.
I had some gas. I was kind of ashamed of it. I didn't want to go out at all.
For serious gas, there's new Phazyme Ultra with more gas medicine than ever before.
Works just like that. Thank you, Phazyme.
Try new Phazyme Ultra.
Girls, a Wix bedroom can change your love life.
I love it.
I need 12 bedrooms.
It's Wix Furniture's big 4-day savings spectacular. Huge savings, especially on bedding. Your choice of Sealy Posturepedic, Serta Perfect Sleeper, or Simmons Beauty Rest Queen Mattress for just $299.98. And get the box spring free. Plus, put no money down with no monthly payments and no finance charges due for 1 year with a Wix charge.
It's not a bedroom. It's a boudoir.
Beautiful paintings, beautiful prices. This Sunday, Collector's Art will sell out gallery quality oil paintings like this formal Victorian style portrait, classic florals full of rich color, renditions of old masters, all at unbelievable savings. In addition, over 2,000 beautiful oil paintings at $59 or less. Imagine only $59 this Sunday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Beaverton at the Greenwood Inn, at Jensen Beach at the Doubletree Jensen Beach, in Clackamas at the Monarch Hotel, in Salem at the Red Lion Hotel, formerly the Quality Inn.
Why do you like me so much anyway? I don't know.
Mila Jovovich and Jeremy Davies begin a shy and painful love affair at $1 Million Hotel, the undisciplined and self-indulgent new film by Wim Wenders. She's a hapless waif, he's mentally retarded, and they live in a Los Angeles hotel that looks half like a slum and half like a rock star hangout. After the son of a millionaire falls from the roof, Mel Gibson turns up describing himself as Special Agent Detective Skinner of the FBI.
As you know by now, your bathrooms aren't working. But before I'm finished, there'll be no bathrooms, there'll be no rooms, there'll be no hotel. There will be a big hole for all